Hi guys, are you a bargain hunter out there? Of course you are. If you're photosensitive, I'm about to turn on some lights, so turn off my gorgeous face. But these lights right here, such a bargain. $130 for this guy over here, $25 for these cute little fellas over here. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, you want to control the color? No problem. I got you covered right here. Let's talk about it. Now, all of these lights are from Weeylite, and Weeylite is Viltrox's company. The lighting company for Viltrox is called Weeylite, and I love all of the products lately coming out from Viltrox, and these things are no exception. Absolutely, I reviewed these already, the little SO3s. I love them a lot. No buttons, no bells and whistles. You just turn it on or off, and you control everything from the app, and these are great little lights at $25. Insane. They don't have a magnet on the back, but they have a little quarter thread here on the bottom, and that is how you mount them. But you can take these around anywhere. And the fact that the app lines up with this guy right here, this is the WP35. This is a great RGB light with great build quality, and I like being able to use everything in one app. In fact, they have little tube lights as well, and I should get those so that I can control everything from the app, but it doesn't matter. The reason I'm talking about these is that I think they go well with this, so let's mention it. But now let's talk about this light, because that's what we're really here to review. So the first thing I got to mention about this guy is the build quality. It is metal and it is solid, and I really think this is a step up in build quality from the cheaper LED RGB panel lights that you would buy, say, on Amazon. Like I have this one over here, the newer 530, and I like this light, and I just leave it up there because all it does is it just lights up my background a little bit. It doesn't matter that it's not a big, robust light, but this guy here, if you were going on location more, this thing would do you a lot better. It is definitely a better build quality than this light, and it has more options. See, this one here is from Amaran, and this is not an RGB light, it's just a bicolor light, but they have a P60C, I believe it's called. This is the P60X. Far, far more expensive than something like this, and the build quality of these guys is really great too. So I would say that this thing is build quality in between one of the more expensive Amaran lights and the cheaper, newer panel lights. And the fact is, this thing can often be found for about the same price as the newer lights, and like I said, you can integrate these with other little lights like the tube lights from Weeylite and the small little RGB lights. Still, if you can find the newer 530 or 660 at good prices, I'm a big fan of these lights as well. So that's a CRI of 95, a TLCI of 97. Pretty much every light is touting those type of statistics these days, but it's still great to know that it's color accurate. It has this great yoke here, very solid and sturdy. I like this a lot, and here is the back right here, and where's the power button? I'll just turn that on and hold it down. You can see the nice little graphic right there, and now my face is all blue, but you guys can't see it. And you can see it's dead simple to control. There's you can do a DC. It's hard to look at the monitor and do. There's a DC power you can do, run it there like that, or you can use the Sony NPF. Now see these right here, these are the NPF batteries. Now this is about the only drawback. You need two plugged in at once. Now I like sometimes just slapping on the one NPF battery on my cheaper lights, so I like that option of not having to plug in two. So, but that's not much of a drawback. The Amaran lights are the same thing. They don't have to be the same size. You just need two, or you can run it on DC power and you don't have to worry about it at all. It's just something to be aware of. Here is the power right here. This is the hue, changes the color, and the saturation, of course, changes the amount of saturation of the color. You have the CCT if you want to go quickly to the CCT menu to do the bicolor. Now this is fantastic right here. You see this, the R and the G. So if you are in CCT mode, you have the ability to dial that back or push it up. And the thing is, LED lights, they have a tendency to green up over time. So now you have the ability to dial that back if your light is in fact getting a little bit greener over time. And you don't see that at a $129 price point. That's normally reserved for more expensive lights. So that is such a great feature. This is if you want to control the RGB by yourself. You go into each individual channel. This one here is for the Roscoe or the Lee if you want to do those professional color swatches. And here is the effects right here. So, and it shows you the different effects that come up. You have your power button and then your channel switcher right here. It is dead simple, but it gets even more simple because they have that great app that I keep talking about. So let's show you how that app works now. So let me show you the app real quick here. I'm very impressed with this slick app. You see A, B, C, D, E, F. I can put up to 6 lights here on this one channel. And I have this one controlled by A. I'm going to turn it off right now. Turn it back on. And this is the HSL. Now you see I have this only at 1%. It's a bright light. I'm going to turn it up all the way. Okay, just, you know what? I'll point it at me and turn it up all the way. And this is just on the RGB mode, huh? Ooh, pretty bright. Let's go back down to, what is it? 1%. Here we go. Now I'll turn it back this way. Again, photosensitive people, please, you know, just, you know what? Close your eyes and listen to the sound of my beautiful voice. And then you'll avoid all of the flashing lights. So let's go back here. So the CCT here, you can just quickly switch it to different Kelvin temperatures. So, you know, 7,000. I believe it actually only goes up to 6,800. So there you go. Because the app is the generic app for all of the Weeylite lights. This goes to, 2,800 to 6,800. So let's go back in here, and there's the color chips here, the Roscoe and the Lee. So these professional color swatches, if you want to match up professional lights to these things right here. Very cool. It has this color picker, which is cool here. If you wanted to pick a specific color, look at this. We'll go yellow. We'll go red. I'll just go back to my default. And then there are the FX. You know what? I'm going to turn this off so I can look at the effects so you don't go bananas. So you see all the effects here, flash, burst, candlelight. So sky's the limit with the effects right here. I don't know if you want to use the effects. I generally don't use the effects. I just like to have the RGB lights as background lights and things to add a bit of splash and color. If you haven't noticed, I like RGB lights. And of course, you can link the other lights to this. Here, I have this one on B. There it is. Turn it back off. And that's really great to be able to just do everything from this slick little app. So if you were looking for a budget RGB panel with great build quality, a slick app that can be integrated with other budget lights, then look no further than the Weeylite WP35. Thanks to Viltrox for sending this out. And thanks to you guys for watching. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay, bye-bye. 238 is my favorite hue.